Okay, so let's just start on the end of our mat. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach towards the ceiling, go into a slight extension, bringing the arms back. And exhale, forward fold, leading with the crown of the head. And then once the hands touch the ground, bend and extend the legs a couple times. And circle the head to the right. Release tension in the neck, circle the head to the left. Take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back and reach them up higher overhead, stretching out the front of the shoulders. And release the arms, let them circle a couple of times. And then reverse other way. Soft bend in the knees, start to slowly tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly, and roll the spine back up. Good, okay, let's just lateral bend to the right, growing taller through the spine. Lateral bend to the left to grow taller through the spine. And let's roll all the way down one more time. Exhaling as we do. Walk the hands forward into a plank position. And squeeze the glutes, pull the belly button to the spine. Reach longer through the neck. And then lower the knees. Flatten the feet, hips to the heels, and go back into your child's pose position. Keep the belly off the thighs. And just let yourself kind of sway side to side, stretching out the hips. And now let's go into our swan position. Pull the shoulders down. The legs are pressing down to the mat. Glutes are squeezing. And then bend the knees, hips back to the heels for child's pose. Hips go side to side. And again, back into your swan. Again, pulling the shoulder blades down towards your back pockets, reaching taller. Crown of the head goes up towards the ceiling. And hips back to the heels, side to side. Let's do that one more time. Into swan. Exhale, further contract the abs. Inhale, sit the hips back. Walk the hands to the left, hips to the right. Walk the hands to the right, hips to the left. Come into your 4-point kneeling position. We're gonna do a nice stretch series to start. So just cat-cow a couple times. Pulling the waist in your cat and extending the spine in your cow. Find your perfect tabletop and you're gonna sweep the left foot to the side all the way out till it's straight. And then you're gonna try to grab your left foot and bring your forehead towards your left knee. Flex and point that left foot a couple times, stretching out the hamstring and the calf on the left side. And then hands back onto your mat, sweep the leg back, switch sides. Sweep the right leg around. Again, head towards the right knee, flex and point the foot. And sweep that leg back, a couple more cat-cows. And back into child's pose. Reach with the arms, but keep the shoulders away from the ears. Back to your 4-point kneeling position. Sweep the left leg forward again. This time, grab the foot. Try to sit the hips back to that right heel and then lift back up. Back to that right heel, you'll get a deeper hamstring stretch and then lift. 2 more times. And sweep the left leg back, switch sides. Sweep the right leg forward. Again, try to grab onto that right foot and then try to bring the hips up and down. So you're getting that stretch down the back of the right leg and then you're working this left glute at the same time. Come back up, sweep the leg forward. And let's go into a little bit more cat-cows and then into a pigeon stretch. So bring the right foot forward and bend the right knee. Send the whole outside of the right leg down. Send the left leg back. Try to bring your chest down towards your right thigh. And then if it's available to you, try to bend and extend the left leg to get a little bit more of a quad stretch on the left side, while you get a glute outer thigh stretch on the right side. Come back up, switch, right leg back, left leg forward, pigeon stretch. Again, try to bring the chest down and get comfortable. Try to even out the hips if you can, and you should feel a deeper stretch in that left outer hip, and then bend and extend the right leg if you can. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Come back up. And we're gonna go into single leg kicks. So you're gonna come all the way down onto the ground and you're gonna cross your arms and then rest your forehead on top of your forearms here. Legs are flat, abs are pulled up and in. And you're going to exhale, inhale, lower. Exhale, left heel to glute for 2 pulses and lower. And 2 pulses on the right, 2 pulses on the left. Think of reaching your sits bones away so you stay long through the spine. You don't want any tension in the lower back, so pull the abs in more. And you want to flex the foot as you kick, point as you lower. And you should feel a nice lengthening here through the quads. And then a nice activation in the hamstrings and the glutes. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, release. Now we're gonna go into double leg stretch, or double leg kick, my bad. So you're gonna interlace the fingers behind the back and have the knees or the elbows bent here. And we're gonna start, you can turn your head to the left and just rest the right side of your face down onto the mat. So instead of one leg kicking, both legs kick, pulse, pulse. And then as you extend the legs, you extend the arms and you kind of come up into this extension where the hands slide down towards your butt, the legs reach out long, the crown of the head reaches forward, and then you slide the arms back up the back as you turn your head to the other side, and 2 more pulse kicks and reach. Slide the arms up, kick, kick, reach, slide the arms up, kick, kick, reach. And every time you kick, your head turns the opposite direction. So you wanna inhale on the kicks and exhale on the reach and the extension. So inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, inhale, exhale, reach. So let's do this a little bit longer because it's a little bit tricky to get down, but once you get it, it's so good. You get a nice stretch to the front of the chest and you're working the whole back body on the reach. And you're still getting that lengthening and that stretch in the quads as you kick. You want to exhale on the extension so that you get that little bit of deeper contraction in the abs. Let's go for 2 more. And you're working the triceps too. And then lower everything down. Be nice and heavy. And then let's go into a little plank series. So hands are under the shoulders. And tuck the toes. Exhale. Lift up into your plank position. Hold here for a second. And let's start to do our toe taps. So we tap the right toe to the right side of the mat, bring it back in. Tap the left toe to the left side, bring it back in. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, twist. Right hip down center, left hip down center. Right, center, left, center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze everything, reach longer through the spine. And then lower the knees, sit the hips back into your child's pose. And then just sway side to side. And let's get a little shoulder stretch here. So I want you to come into a 4-point kneeling position. And then reach the right arm up, twist the spine to the right. And then you're gonna take the right arm and you're gonna thread it all the way under your left arm and place the whole right arm down onto the ground, twisting to the left. And you're gonna get that nice stretch in the back of the right shoulder. And come back up, and then we do the other side. Left arm up, twist the spine to the left, and thread the right arm underneath the right, lay it all the way flat, twist to the right, and feel that stretch in the back of the left shoulder. And bring it back up. Let's do a little bit of leg work here. So stay in your 4-point kneeling position. And we're gonna just extend the right leg straight up behind us. We're gonna keep it straight and we're gonna tap it to the left side of our mat, center, tap it to the right, center. Tap to the left, center, tap to the right, center. Tap, lift, tap, lift. So we're trying to do this without a lot of movement in the hips. Let's hold, reach it, little circles. Circle to the right. Hold and circle to the left. 3, 2, 1, pull it back in. Other side. Left leg straight, reach, even at the hips. Tap to the right side of the mat, lift, tap to the left. Lift to the right, lift to the left. Lift, good. Make sure your neck isn't collapsing. Keep it nice and long. And find your breath pattern here. Don't hold your breath. 3, lift, 2, lift, 1, lift. Hold, reach longer, little circles while you stabilize in the pelvis. And other way. 3, 2, 1, pull the knee back in. Okay, so we're gonna come up to a standing position. Grab your weights if you have them. Standing parallel with the feet parallel, hip distance apart. It's gonna be a squat, an elbow raise with the lateral leg lift, so I'll show you. So starting with the elbows bent, tucked in by your side, palms facing each other, squat down, lift the elbows, and laterally lift one leg for balance and lateral hip work. So every time you squat down, you pull everything back in. And every time you lift up, the elbows lift coming parallel with the ground. And when the elbows lift, the palms face the ground. Let's go for 10, 9, 8. Keep coming back to parallel sits bone distance apart with the legs. 3, I lost count. 2, 1, and lift. Roll the shoulders back and down. And now we're gonna do a backwards leg lift and we're gonna row. So you're gonna stand again with the feet parallel, hip distance apart. Arms are straight down, shoulders back, and you're hinged at the hips slightly. So now you're gonna row, pull the elbows back, release. Pull the elbows back, release. Think of pulling your shoulder blades down and together. Lengthen through the arms every time you release. And then we add the leg lift. So lift one leg at a time as the elbows come back. Let's go for 6, 5, don't use the lower back. 3, use the glutes. 2, 1, and release. And then just let the weights pull you down, forward fold again. Walk the feet out wider than the mat. And just bend the right knee, lean to the right, stretching out the left inner thigh. And then center, bend the left knee, go to the left and stretch out the right side inner thigh. Back to center. Try to toe heel your feet back to parallel. And exhale, pull the belly in as you roll back up. Okay, last standing exercise is going to be our curtsy lunge with the shoulder press. So again, starting with the elbows tucked in, palms facing each other. Right leg comes back and across for your curtsy lunge. And then as you come up, you tap the right toe out to the right and then lift it while you press the weights up overhead. So it's curtsy lunge, tap, lift. Curtsy lunge, tap, lift. When you tap the foot, it comes back to being right in line with your other leg. And then it's just a lateral leg raise as you shoulder press. And just breathe, find your balance. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. And other side. Okay. So tuck the elbows in. Right leg back and across. Tap it to the left. Lift it as you shoulder press. And then bring the left foot back behind the right. Stabilizing through that right side. A lot of glute work on the right side. Lateral hip work on the left. And just stay stable through the core here and keep the rib cage connected. Let's go for 3, 2, and you can make these bigger, smaller. 1, bring it down. Good. Let's just let the weight in your left hand fall to the left as you bring the right arm up and over. And then other side. Okay, so let's come back down to the mat on our butt in a seated position for some bridging. So lay down on your back, feet are hip distance apart, knees are bent, feet are flat. Reach the fingertips away from you and press the shoulders down onto the mat. Try to open up your chest and lengthen through your collarbone. And then let's just start to articulate. Tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly, peel one vertebrae off the mat at a time. Reach the knees away, pull the heels towards your butt. Hold in that perfect diagonal, and then exhale as you slowly articulate the spine back down. And let's do that again. Tuck and lift, exhale as you lift. Reach, grow taller, and exhale to lower back down. 2 more. Pull the tailbone up towards the ceiling as you massage through the spine on the way up, and then melt the spine as you roll down. And let's just do a couple hinge bridges. So flat back, exhale, lift the hips up, tap the hips down. Lift the hips up, tap the hips down. So we don't roll, we just lift and tap, and we squeeze through the back of the legs and the glutes as we lift. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and lower the hips back down. Pull the knees into the chest, roll side to side, and release any tension in the lower back. And then let's do a nice little happy baby stretch. Bend the knees, grab the outside bottom of the feet, and just roll side to side. Hips open up, lower back releases, and lower the feet back down. Lengthen the legs all the way out nice and long. Bend the right knee up to your chest. Take it all the way across your body, down towards the ground. Try to touch your knee towards the ground. Twisting through the lower back. And reach it back up, reach it long. Bend the left knee, bring it all the way across. Try to touch the ground. And release the lower back again. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And lift back up. Now we're going to bring our legs into a figure 4 position, but what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do an ab set and then lift up into a bridge. So you're going to lift the hips using the lower abs, bring the left foot back down, and single leg bridge. Hips come down, roll the hips up, left foot down, lift. So it's abs and then glutes. And you're just trying to really lift the hips using the lower belly and not just use momentum. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Lower down, switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee. We're in our figure 4 position. Lift the right foot up and lift the hips. Lower the right foot to lift the hips up. So let's go for 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Lower both feet down, let the knees fall side to side. Okay, let's go into some crisscross. Legs to tabletop, hands behind the head, elbows out wide. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Right elbow to left knee, extend the right leg out. Center, switch, center, switch, switch, switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs, lower the upper body. And we're gonna do a little bit more oblique. So feet stay flat on the ground, arms are long, lift the chest. We're just gonna do some heel taps. So you're just gonna try to tap your right heel with your right hand and then tap your left heel with your left hand. Staying lifted. And then hold with the upper body. Lift the legs up to tabletop. We're gonna do the same thing, but this time you're just reaching as if your ankle was still there. And then we're gonna add the opposite leg extension. So when we go to the left, we extend the right out. And when we go to the right, we extend the left. So same thing, heel taps, just adding in the opposite leg extension. Coordination. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it all the way back down. And let's go into a butterfly stretch. Feet together, knees out. And just try to pull the knees down towards the ground as much as you can, and you can kind of roll and let the hips go side to side. Okay, this next one, you're gonna come up onto your forearms. And you're gonna start with a slight tuck of the pelvis, so tailbone tuck, legs to tabletop, and the legs are gonna go out and then back in. So it's just extend and bend. We go for 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs long, flex both feet, slowly control them down until they hit the ground. Straighten the arms, and then we're gonna lift the hips up. And then we pull left knee in, right knee in, lift left leg up, lift right leg up, lower the hips back to the forearms. So legs to tabletop, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Flex the feet, lower the feet, control it down, straighten the arms, lift the hips. Try to create that straight line from shoulder, hip to knee. Ankle, and then pull the right knee in, extend, pull the left knee in, extend, lift the left leg up, extend, or lower, right leg up, lower, lower the hips, come back to the forearms. Let's do that again. Legs to tabletop, extend, bend, controlling here with that slight pelvic tilt backwards. Keep the legs extended, flex both feet, and control the legs all the way down. Straighten the arms, lift the hips up, find your reverse plank, and left knee in, extend. Right knee in, extend. Left leg up, right leg up, and lower the hips, lower the elbows. Let's go into some Russian twists. So we're gonna bring the legs to tabletop, and you're gonna stay lifted here. Hands can go to prayer hands, and then left, center, right, center. So we're just maintaining that 90-degree angle in our legs and keeping the tailbone tucked. Inhale for 2, exhale for 2. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, center. Lower the legs, lower the arms. Come all the way down onto the back. And find your neutral spine, legs to tabletop. Reach the legs straight up to the ceiling. We're gonna do a couple corkscrews. So keeping the legs connected, we're gonna do a modified corkscrew. So reach the fingertips away. Your legs are gonna go to the right, circle down and around, come up on the left. And then switch to the left, down and around on the right. Now you can go lower to work the abs more, or just keep your circles nice and small if you want to modify. And let's go for 3, 2, 1. And then come to center and bend the knees, hug the knees into the chest, roll side to side. And then let's go into our helicopter. So arms back down, press the palms firmly down, extend the legs up. This time, you start with a scissor, and then you circle both legs around, scissor back, switch, and circle, scissor, switch. So it's a scissor in between to switch so that every time you're going the opposite way. And just hold stable in the pelvis, reach longer through the legs, make it bigger to progress, make it smaller to modify. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees and lower the legs. Whew, okay. Reach the legs all the way out long. And we're gonna roll up, soft bend in the knees to modify. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the belly in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Try to touch your toes if you can. Reaching, stretching the lower back. Come up, twist to the left, center, twist to the right, center. Let's come back into a 4-point kneeling position and grab your weights. We're gonna do a little bit of triceps with some leg work. So you're gonna stay in your 4-point kneeling position, but you have your weights in hand. You're gonna extend the left leg back and the right arm back, and then you're just gonna lift straight back, straight up. So left leg, right arm lifts using that right tricep. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Lower back down, switch. Right leg back, left arm back. Both are straight. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Think of reaching longer. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. This time, you start with the left knee lifted, but it's bent, and the right arm is bent with the elbow tucked in by your side. This time, we extend and bend. Extend and bend. Try not to let the hips rock. Try to keep them in line with each other, nice and even. Again, working that tricep. Stabilizing through the left arm, mobilizing in the right. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Other side. Right knee lifts but stays bent. Left elbow bent. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Exhale on the extend, inhale on the bend. Don't let the neck drop. Don't let the chin go towards your chest. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Good. Turn the weights, and you're gonna press, roll the weights forward as you send the hips back, and then just lift the hips up and down as you roll the weights away and roll them back. Roll away and roll them back. Roll them all the way back up, turn them back. This time, we're gonna hold in our 4-point kneeling position, but then we're going to kind of come to a side kneeling, and we're gonna reach the right arm overhead, reach the right leg back. Then we're gonna pull knee to elbow for 3, 2, 1, back down to our 4-point kneeling position. And then other side. Kneeling, reach left arm over, left leg back, pull 3, 2, 1, and back down. Let's do that a couple more times. To the right. Just getting more side body work. Back down to the left. And you can obviously do this without weights if you prefer. Let's do one more each side. Last one. And back down. And then let's just get the weights out of the way. Do one more child's pose. Try to open the knees out a little bit wider. And roll up. And let's come all the way to standing. Reach the hands overhead, grow taller. Exhale, bend the knees, let the arms fall. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, let the arms fall as the knees bend, reach back up. One more time. Big exhale, release all the tension. Inhale, lift, and let the arms come down, and we're all done.